Okay, welcome to quiz number 2 for shot composition. For this, I'm going to be showing you a series of images, and all you have to do is hit B on your keyboard and tell me what types of shot compositions you see in each of these images. And I'll be going over the answers right after and drawing on the screen to make it as clear as possible. Alright, let's get started. Okay, first image. What type of shot composition do you see in this? So this one is vantage point. It's got geometric lines on the railings, as well as the boardwalk, that all point towards the center. And there doesn't have to be a subject in the center, just as long as it all leads to one specific area. Okay, example number 2. What types of shot composition do you see in this? Okay, so this one is low angle because we're looking up at the trees, up into the sky, as well as vantage point. There's geometric lines in all the trees. They all point towards the center. They don't need to end at one single point, as long as they all point towards a specific area, which these do. And they're pretty straight, so I'd call this one geometric. Alright, example number 3. What do you see in this one? So this one is just simply dead space. We've got one single subject, which is my friend Alex. I took this out in Peru. And you've got all this empty area around him. It doesn't matter that the sky is blue and the ground is orange, just as long as the whole background is empty and there's nothing distracting you from the single subject. Alright, example number 4. What types of shot composition do you see in this? Okay, so this one is obviously dead space. We've got the single subject. And this one is also organic vantage point. So we've got these leading lines that come down the mountain towards our subject. Same with right over here. And there's even these lines in the ice that subtly point towards the subject. These lines in the ice may not have been planned, but with a little bit of lateral movement, left and right, you can get these lines to point towards your subject, which I think this photographer definitely did. Alright, example number 5. What do you see in this one? Alright, so this one is first person POV. Obviously you've got the legs in the shot. It kind of seems as though we're looking through the eyes of this photographer. It's also a high angle. So we're looking down towards the water and at his feet, as well as dead space. We've got all this dead space around that's not distracting us from anything other than his feet. Alright, example number 6. What types of shot composition do you see here? So this one is purely vantage point, and it's got organic lines that come off of the mountain down towards the center, also here, as well as the reflections in the water. And again on this side, they all come down towards the center, and these reflections as well. And again, there doesn't have to be a subject in the center as long as your eyes lead to one specific area. Alright, for the last example, what do you see here? So for this one, we've obviously got a low angle, because we're looking up at the girl from low towards the ground. We've got dead space all around the girl. So there's nothing distracting us from her and her balloon. And I'd also call this one rule of thirds. Because when you split the frame, she is more in line with the right third of the frame, and her balloon is on the left. So you're looking at the composition as a whole rather than one point of focus. There isn't one point in this picture that you rest on. Your eyes kind of explore the image, but it's clear enough that I'd say it's a properly composed image. Alright, that's it for quiz number 2 for shot composition. Feel free to move on to the creating depth and photography section.